Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Angela Knight is, or was rather, the former chief executive of Energy UK, and she has been blistering in her attack on Ed Miliband, claiming that he's an extremist, that he's lying to the people, misleading deliberately, because none of the things he promises can ever be made real. She claims that he's existing in a fantasy world and that there's nothing Britain can do to reduce anything in the world. We're too small. We don't produce enough to be of any significance whatsoever. And she says that he's surrounding himself with fellow fantasists and ideologues. And the trouble is that none of it will work, but all of it is damaging to Britain and very, very expensive. It's costing us trade and growth and potential, and it is putting our very future at risk. And remember, Angela Knight is an expert. She's someone who's been at the pointy end of all this. She knows where she's speaking of. Unlike Miliband, who plucks everything from his arse. And we showed yesterday that across the country, all these great big fields filled with solar panels are all at the whim and mercy of a small man in China who can flick a switch and blow them all to smithereens, not physically, but basically all the control mechanisms and the regulators, they've all got software in them that can be, controlled remotely, and thus render the entire West's energy grid unstable and broken, effectively. Anyone who knows about electrical engineering knows that an uneven load can bring the whole grid crashing down. Takes a flick of a switch. And that's where we are because of that grinning moron, that bacon-munching tit, Ed Miliband. And I still don't know what a good little Jewish boy like Ed is doing eating a bacon sandwich, but that's neither here nor there. But he is an absolute arsewipe, isn't he? He is just a fool. And yet I'm sure he's making millions. It's my impression anyway that he's involved in some very deep skullduggery that's lining his own pocket, feathering his own nest. I can't prove it, but it's just a suspicion I have. And not just me, others as well. I'm sure a lot of you. But there we go, that's where we are. So when the experts are coming out and calling him for what he is, a liar and a fool, well, I think it's time, isn't it? It's time somebody said, thanks, Ed. Now, FRO, mate. You can keep the money. We just don't want to hear from you again. There we go. Let me know what you think. I'm off in a minute. I'm not going to be doing too many more videos today. Maybe 2 or 3 more, but just let you heads up on this. And then maybe a bit of a late start tomorrow. I've got people coming around. And I don't want to be sitting here doing videos when you've got guests. You know, it's a bit rude. But we've got... Don't laugh at what I'm about to tell you. We're all settling down to watch Eurovision. It's not, we don't take it seriously. It's just something we do every year. And we just sit down and we point our fingers and laugh at the funny foreigners and their strange ways. It's a bit of camp fun, isn't it, really? But there'll be me, my missus. My missus makes it sound like the sideboard, doesn't it? My good wife, my good lady wife. My sister, her husband, a couple of others. So there'll be a whole bunch of us here. Which reminds me, I must go out and get some booze in a minute because if they turn up and there's barely a drop to drink, my name will be mud. But anyway, yeah, keep an eye up. Maybe 2 or 3 more videos of the day, and then I'm out of here. I'm not figuratively out of here. I'm off here. I'm still here in the room because television's over there. And then we'll just sit there and sing along. Thanks a lot for this one. Bye.